John Oaks here with Hangster's Hot Rods here today in our Homer City, Pennsylvania showroom, and today we are going to go over our next addition to our inventory. This is a 1968 Chevrolet Camaro. This car is beautiful inside and out. Even the underside of this car is very, very nice. As we go around it, just know, not necessarily to point out every single piece and part on the car, but all of the bright work, of course, as always. Everything is in very nice condition on this car. No pitting on any of the bumpers. All of our wheel lip moldings, our drip rail moldings, all of that stuff, that's all in great shape. Polished out, very nice, nice and straight too. Now, as you can see on our car, I'm not sure how it looks through the camera lens, but a little bit of a different color. We're going to go with maroon on this one. It does have a little bit different tint to it though, so if you're seeing this on your whatever YouTube or on our website or anything, just know, not completely maroon. That's just kind of what we're going with a little bit of a different tint there. But anyways, all the panels on this car all in great shape, nice and straight the whole way around. Our hood, that's a steel SS hood. We'll get a little better look at that once we get around to the front of the car. Our car does have the Z28 badges on the front fender. It is not a Z28, but that's how they dressed it up to look as. Of course, we've got the Camaro script emblem on the back side of the front fender also. As I mentioned, this car has the wheel lip moldings on it. And you can see there's been a slight upgrade as far as the wheels and tires on this car from stock. Instead of having factory rally wheels, they went with a set of Vision wheels. These are the Legend series. As you can see, it's a 5-spoke, kind of a classic design there. Black spokes, black painted centers, and then of course it has the polished lip on those aluminum wheels. It also has Cobra Radial GT tires on this. 215/65 R15s up front and 255/70 R15s out on the back. So again, all matching tread. Tread is in excellent condition on these tires. Now, when we get back here a little further and we can look at body panel fitment when it comes to the doors, the fenders, and the quarter panels, you can see our gaps here to the front of the door and the back side, pretty uniform there. All of our elevations are dead on with the quarters and the fenders, and of course, as you see, all the body lines all match up perfectly on the car. Whenever we get below, you'll see it does have the lower rocker panel molding on it too, the bright work, and that again is in great shape. Now, this car has both driver's side and passenger side mirrors, chrome rectangular mirrors here. Chrome is in great shape, and the glass in the mirrors is in great shape too. Side windows in this car, we're looking at obviously the driver's side right now, slightly tinted. Glass is in great shape, no chips or cracks anywhere on either the door glass or the quarter window glass. Again, you can see the bright drip rail moldings here, those are in great shape. And as I always do, I run my finger through that rain gutter just to check for smoothness. And I feel no bumps whatsoever. They're nice and smooth through there. Even your door handles are in great shape. No pitting whatsoever there. We're going to open our door up, take a look in the interior. Now, usually with these Camaros, we'll get a little bit of a contrast in color in the interior, usually black. In this car, this interior matches the exterior of this car really, really well. It's kind of the red style interior, the upholstery on the seats, carpeting, door panels, dash, you name it, it's that color. All of the upholstery as far as the seat covers go, no rips or tears. You can see the dash is in excellent condition. A very nice Grant steering wheel, banjo style steering wheel with the wood grain trim around it. You've got a chrome steering column in there also, which by the way is a tilt column, so it's going to be able to fit a lot of different size people there also. Now, as far as the gauges and instrumentation, it has all the factory gauges in the dash. Also has the 4 gauges down in your center console there, which by the way is a 4-speed center console. So we'll go over those gauges when we get to the other side. All the seat belts are present there too. It's got an AM, FM radio in it, along with the heater controls in there too from the factory. Now, as far as weather stripping and seals, You can see the seals here. These are all in great shape. You will not see any better seals on any car. This weather stripping up along here too, where the window comes in contact with it, those are in excellent shape too. You can see how good a condition even those threshold door sill plates are. Those are in great shape. Rubber door bumper stops here, also intact on this car. So again, everything as we're looking at it so far, all looks in very great shape. As we come back now, of course, nothing really to go over on the quarter panel other than the metal, super straight on this car. We get to the rear of the car, you can see nice chrome rear bumper, no pitting in the chrome. It's got the little bumperettes on it too, so that's a nice look for the back of the car. Taillight lenses and bezels are in great shape. The lenses themselves, no chips or cracks in any of those. And as you can see, the bright work on the bezels and then where they should be painted, all of that is in great condition there too. Locking bow tie gas cap there as well. We look up here at the trunk now. Of course, it's got the trunk mounted rear spoiler here. Got your Camaro script emblem here on the trunk lid as well. You can see all of your gaps and elevations on the trunk lid. Those all look very well too. And then of course the rear window. Again, slightly tinted. All of your bright work, your trim around that window is in great shape, nice and straight and polished very well. We'll go ahead and open our trunk lid up next. So first off, the key does work the trunk lock. Latch works. Hinges and springs all work. As you can see, it's holding the trunk up on its own. Underside of the trunk lid painted that same color as the exterior of the car goes. And then as far as weather stripping here, you can see this all looks very nice. No rips or tears, nice and soft the whole way around. And they have it meeting together right here in the center. You should not have any issues whatsoever with any kind of water getting into this trunk. Trunk also has the little rubber bump stops here on the trunk lid, so all of that is all complete. Inside the trunk, pretty much you're going to find the same thing as we have the rest of the way around this car. Nice metal. This trunk, nice solid one-piece floor. All the drain plugs are intact. It does have this very nice molded trunk mat in here. Again, this would be the correct trunk mat for the car. And it's got a set of full floor mats for the car in case you want to use those in the interior. We just elect to move them to the trunk. That way it shows you folks out there that the carpeting in the car is in great condition and we're not hiding anything. So we'll close this. Trunk lid shuts nice and easy. And we'll walk our way around to the passenger side. Again, all straight metal. We've already been over wheels, tires. We'll get to the door now. We can check our gaps. On the passenger side door, again, very uniform front to back, all body lines, all matching. Again, all of your trim, your moldings here, your drip rail moldings, your rocker moldings, all of that stuff is in great shape. Same thing with the mirror here, chrome's in great condition, glass the same thing. Again, glass in the passenger side no chips, no cracks whatsoever in the glass, neither in the door nor in the quarter window glass. And again, the door handle's in great shape, no pitting there. We'll open our door up on the passenger side, and that way we can see now from this side of the car the rest of the interior. Again, the dash pad itself, there's no cracks in it. Again, no rips, no tears in the seats, no tears, no fading in the carpeting or headliner. It does have a set of speakers back in the rear package tray there. And again, that center console is in great shape too. 4-speed Hurst shifter in there. Again, it's a Muncie M21 4-speed, so that goes well with it. So yeah, just the whole entire car, just in awesome condition here. And doors all shut very nice and tight. We come up around now to the front. Again, just all matching emblems here as we come around the car. So now that we're up to the front of our 68 Camaro here, again, you just have your standard front grille in this car. It's got the Camaro, the bow tie emblem here right in the center. Of course, 68 grille, all black, no cracks, no breaks or anything in there, all solid, all intact front grille. You got your traditional sealed beam headlights here, so highs and lows all in one unit. Glass lenses, which again, there's no chips or cracks in any of the lenses. Down below, you've got your chrome front bumper, no pitting, and again it's got matching bumperettes just like the rear bumper did on this car. If we look down below, we'll see that we've got the front air dam on that too to complete kind of that aero look on the car. Up on the header panel, you've got the Camaro script emblem here also. Of course, like I mentioned to start with, steel SS hood. You can see the gaps and the elevations on this hood are very nice. Of course, you can see those, what they would call the ice cube trays there on the car. These vents here for your scoops. These are in excellent shape too. You'll see no pitting, no peeling of any of the finish whatsoever. Up here then, we've got a nice set of the chrome style, classic style windshield wipers. And of course your windshield, that's in great shape. And the trim around it, same thing, in great condition. We're gonna come up front now. We're gonna open up the hood. Kind of keep an eye on that when you open it because it springs it right open. But anyways, the hinges and the springs all work very well, as you can see, holding everything up. The underside of this hood, all painted the same color as the rest of the exterior of the car. As a matter of fact, when we look inside, we'll see that our inner fenders as well as our cowl all painted to match the car. Even your radiator support up front, all painted the same. So again, very nice, classy look to this car. Makes the car look very rich, in my opinion. As far as the engine goes, we'll talk about that now. Now this is a 302 cubic inch motor. It's an MO code motor, and after deciphering everything, it is a 1968 302 engine. Now it's been slightly upgraded. It's got upgraded HEI ignition to it with upgraded plug wires, so all of that's going to get you much better spark. You can see it's got the Quickfuel 4-barrel carburetor. It is a dual feed carburetor. It's got the ball milled air cleaner on top, along with the matching ball milled valve covers down below, and even ball milled breathers on that too. So everything's all matching. As far as the rest of the fuel and air delivery on the car, got an Edelbrock air gap intake on this car. So it's going to pull cooler air and cooler fuel down there, which all makes a little more power for the car. This car has a polished aluminum water pump on it also. Chrome alternator bracket and alternator over there as well. This car has, to help it breathe as far as the exhaust goes, this nice set of Hooker ceramic coated long tube headers, full dual exhaust, Flowmaster style mufflers with the tailpipes exiting the car as they should between leaf spring and rear quarter panel. Power steering car, by the way, and power brake car. Now this has disc brakes up front, drums in the back, but the disc up front are drilled and slotted rotors, so this thing's going to stop on a dime, no problems there at all. As far as cooling this motor, we've got an aluminum radiator here, so again, that's going to cool more efficiently. We've got the shroud on there too. All right, so we are now underneath our 1968 Camaro here. We're going to go through this car complete from front to back, the complete underside. We're going to go over steering, suspension, braking, frame, floors, driveline. So let's just get started here. We're going to start at the front, obviously, and go over the suspension. So with our suspension, as far as the cross member goes, we'll start with that. This is the stock cross member up front. It all looks to be in great condition here. As far as the suspension arms, full tubular, upper and lower, upper A-arms, lower control arms here, those are all tubular. As I said there, springs and shocks, those are all in good shape. Of course, these tubular arms are in great condition. It does have a sway bar also. It's a heavy-duty sway bar. Those sway bar bushings at the frame mounts and as well as the sway bar end links, those are all in really good condition on this car. It's even got the urethane bushings and so forth in it there for your suspension. As far as the steering, this is a power steering car. So all of your arms are back here. Tie rods are in great condition, nice and straight. All of your ball joints all have the little rubber dust boot covers on them on all four ends. And you can tell everything's been maintained well on this particular car. And we'll go out to the brakes now. As far as the braking system, it is power brakes as well. Disc brakes up front, drum brakes on the rear. We've got drilled, slotted rotors on the front of this too. So this car is going to stop very, very well for you. No problems there. And then let's just go all the way out and talk about the wheels and tires on this car. Wheels are all 15-inch wheels. These are Vision wheels, the Legend Series, 5-spoke design. They've had the black painted centers in them, and then the polished lip on the outside of the wheel. As far as tires, Cobra Radial GTs on all 4 corners. Up front, we've got two 1565 R15s, and then on the back, we've got two 5570 R15s back there, just to give it a little bit of difference there in the right front to back there. Let's go ahead, we'll move in now slightly. We'll go to the center of the car now and talk about the drive line in here. What we have for a motor here, this is a 302 MO code motor here. It's a 1968 block. When we slide back here to the transmission, we've got a Muncie M21 4-speed manual transmission, aluminum bell housing, and it has the flywheel cover on it too to protect that from any dirt or debris getting in there. When I look at the oil pan for the motor, it is nice and dry the whole way around. Leak-free, drip-free. We come back here to the transmission, same thing, nice and dry. Transmission cross member, nice and straight. The actual mount itself is in good shape too. We come back here to the seal at the back of the transmission. That is good and dry too. Drive shaft, balanced drive shaft. That's going to eliminate a lot of your vibrations in your drive line. And then we work our way back to the rear end here. The final part to your drive line. This is a GM 12-bolt rear end. It is a POSI unit. Does have a 411 gear in it. Since we're back here, let's go out to the suspension. Monoleaf rear suspension back here. Nice set of KYB Excel G shocks back here. We've already been over tires and wheels, and this has the drum brakes on the rear too. Now, as you can see, the cables back here, these are for your emergency brake or parking brake. Has everything all hooked up and all functional too. Let's go back to the front now. We're going to talk about the frame, floors, etc. now. As far as the frame goes itself, of course, we all know the Camaro is a subframe car. So you got your subframe up front here. That's in great condition. Nice and straight, good and square the whole way back. This particular car, it has the subframe connectors in it. So this is going to stiffen this car up considerably, make it a real nice handling car here for you too. Then as far as the rear frame sections, nothing changed there. Just the dog legs up over top the rear end, and those are all in great shape. The floors, since I'm back here, we'll start with the trunk area. From what I can see here, the trunk is in excellent shape. No patching whatsoever. Good, solid one-piece floor in the trunk. We come up to the regular floors here, and these are in great shape too. No patching whatsoever that I can see. All of your stamping lines, you can see all of that here the whole way throughout the floors of the car. Pinch welds along the sides of the car, nice and straight the whole way down. And the rockers are all good and solid on this car on both sides. As far as anything else underneath here, just have the exhaust system now to go over. This particular car has the hooker headers. These are the ceramic coated long tube headers here. Dual exhaust all the way back. You've got what looks to be probably a dual, like a Flowmaster style muffler here. I can't see a name on it, maybe turned up around the top side here, but nonetheless, that's what it appears to be. And then we have the tailpipes here up over top of the rear end just as they should be, and exiting out between the leaf spring and the rear quarter panel on the car as they should. That is pretty much it for the underside of our 68 Camaro. So we'll go ahead, drop this down off the lift now, go underneath that hood. We're going to fire that motor up.